What you're looking for?
Yeah, I think it's not even necessarily finding that thing to do. Just your calling, and yeah, I found my calling, now I know what I'm supposed to do in life. It's also so many other emotional issues, where you're trying to figure out what your weaknesses are and what's blocking you, maybe patterns of thinking that are not helpful, forgiving yourself, dealing with traumas and things like that. So the more you look inward and say, why am I scared about this particular thing? And you find that it's something to do with the fear that's deep inside of you. Deal with it, and then you open up and you're like, oh, there's a flower inside of my heart. No?
Did you
Does that
ever
make
go
sense?
like for therapy or counseling?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I did. I remember telling my therapist that I feel that there's so much inside that I'd like to bring out, but I don't know how. And she taught me that I needed to learn to write my thoughts
Okay.
a lot and sort of go through them over and over. And I do that quite a bit.
So you have a journal and
Yes, I'm one of those people.
okay.
Yes.
What does that mean? I'm one of those people. It is a good thing.
I know, because I do have moments where I get out my book because a moment happens and I need to write it. And people go, you're always writing. And but it's writing that's for me, Yeah.
Okay.
And songs come out of that as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So your journey has been very interesting.
Yeah.
Especially since when things were starting to, your brand, your music was starting to grow, you said, I'm not ready for this.
Yes.
And then you retreated.
Yeah.
And it seems to have been like a lot of ups and downs.
Yeah.
You have so many people who want to get into music.
I know. But I think that we don't know until you think you want something, you get it, and you realize how overwhelming it is. And most times you get trapped in, oh, but I've come too far to stop now. It won't make sense. It will look bad, And then, especially people who are in areas where they have to be in the limelight. And you keep going and you keep going and you're not really dealing with your inner self. I feel like I sound like Oprah. Yeah,
This is true.
yeah, and you're not dealing with, because you're moving at such a fast pace. You're not dealing with your dissatisfactions, with your emotions, with things that overwhelm you, that drain you. You're just going and going and going and going, and then people have breakdowns or they start doing drugs and
Yeah, coping mechanisms.
Coping, yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just was, because I would sit down and think, how did I feel about this game? What bugged me? What bothered me? What do I need to change? That brought me to the point where I realized I can't carry on
Until you sort out.
happy. Yeah. Yes, until I sort out how.
You mentioned traumas. Was this from childhood?
But yeah, I mean, I think
because a lot of
yeah,
what we do and how we handle things is really based on what happened to us growing up.
Yeah. I think for me the question was, when things would happen, I'd have to ask myself, do I know how to deal with this pain, or to deal with this criticism, or to deal with this struggle? I felt that I wasn't equipped to deal with certain things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is that? Did you have to always be the happy person?
No, you don't have to be happy. You just have to know how to do. I mean, you have to know how to sweep a house when it's dirty. Yeah. I guess it makes you happier when it's clean, but you must learn how to sweep. When you're hungry, you cook. So you find that maybe if you've grown up in a place where you're being cooked for all the time, and then you live on your own and you're like, oh, milk doesn't come from the fridge. Yeah. Why is it empty? Yeah. And you have to sort of go back and relearn things, and I think that we have to learn how to deal with we have to learn how to slow down and ask ourselves questions.
Yeah.
and ask ourselves what we need to do to deal with issues that pop up. And I think that maybe because I've been kind of surrounded by go, 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 don't slow down, and then people have breakdowns at some point. Yeah. I didn't want to have that moment where I felt like I'm breaking down. Yeah, but I would sense it. And
Clearly.
Yes, and I would know when to stop. Yes. So on the outside, I think it would look like, at this point, really? You're thriving, this is when you should carry on. But it's during the point when things are growing and moving really fast that you start to realize, oh, wow, I'm overwhelmed, this is too much. Oh, there's this interview here, there is this recording there is this performance, I have to travel, and there's so much going on, and you have to make the decision to say what you're going to choose and what you're not going to do, and that you will offend some people during that period.
But at the end of the day, you have to protect yourself.
Yes.
Really? Because then when you break down, then what? Everything.
I know, because they'll abandon, look at her, and they'll move on, and you'll be there dealing with your problems. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
sharing.
Yeah.
It's quite interesting because much as you're saying, like you had to take your moments to understand what your issues were, where your insecurities were, why you weren't handling certain things. At the same time, you were quite brave about making sure you actually handled them and dealt with them.
Yeah. I think, there's also the struggle of, I think one of the things I realized is I had a lot of self-doubt. And I didn't know that I had self-doubt until you're in the limelight. I think the limelight exposes your soul. Things you didn't know about yourself come out, and you're like, oh, let me deal with that. So it's more than just talent and skill. It's being whole in every way. So I think more than music, I could get into therapy, counseling. Edit that.
I'm keeping that.
Because I believe in paying a lot of attention to the human soul, and people taking the time to say, I'm tired.
Okay.
I look good on social media, like people think I'm amazing, but the truth is, I want to end this. I don't want to do this for another 3 years. But they feel too afraid to stop, So I think as someone who has been able to just say, no, I won't do this, I know where people would be coming from if they wanted to make that decision, and I'd love to have conversations with people who are going through the same thing. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, okay. Have you heard? Know when to slow down.
Know when to slow down. Yeah.
And take care of you. So you're doing what you actually want to do.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm at that point where I'm like, yeah, I'm ready now.
Okay.
Yeah.
So teaching, you feel like you're getting
yes,
some kind of joy from that?
I used to think I'd never be good at instruments. I have such small hands, so I thought, oh, my hands in my way. But my teacher, I never told her about my teacher. My teacher, Camilla Cinco, just told me it's not about the size of your hands, it's about your heart and your practice and your determination. So she taught me piano pedagogy, the art of teaching piano. That was 2017 to this day, and now I'm teaching beginners piano.
Wow.
Yeah.
But I'm so amused, the things that we tell ourselves.
Yes.
My hands are too small.
Yeah.
Really?
We lie to ourselves. Really. And we miss opportunities because of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Welcome.
And I'm so glad that you're performing again.
Yeah.
So we'll be looking for you.
Absolutely.
Because you truly are talented.
Thank you.
But hey, take care of you, boo.
Thank you.
As they say.
Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure.
Yeah.